Hi everyone, this is a short video that will show you the proper way to install the Lockbar attachments onto your ModTees print tray. So here we have the Lockbars. They come in a package like this. There are two of them, and the purpose of the Lockbars is to lock the print tray into position on the pinion rods in the build area so that the print tray can move around more smoothly and give you better quality prints. So here we have the Lockbars. They've been removed from the packaging. And before I show you how to install them, I just want to point out a few features of the Lockbars so that you understand how they work. So we've got the base of the Lockbar here, this longer, kind of thicker section. We have the arms here that stick up out of the top, the base of the Lockbar. And then we've got these little tabs that kind of jut out to one side. I'm going to flip one of the Lockbars up like this, and you can see that there's a channel here, kind of an empty space. And that is where the legs of your print tray will sit once the Lockbars have been successfully installed. So let's get started. First thing, I'm gonna just kind of set the Lockbars aside just for the moment, and we're gonna take a look at the ModTees print tray and print surface. As you can see, the print surface is in place on the print tray, but in order to install the Lockbars, we do need to remove the print surface by sliding it out of the way and setting it aside. Another thing to keep in mind is when we install the Lockbars, we will want to have the ModTee powered off. That'll be very helpful. So just unplug your ModTee from the power before you proceed to install the Lockbars. All right, so it's time to do it. I'm gonna take one of my Lockbars. Now again, there are two of them, and we're gonna be installing one on either side of the print tray, like so. And we're gonna be installing them so that the tabs here at the top of the arms are facing toward the print tray. All right, now we're gonna do them one at a time. And again, there's two of them, but they're interchangeable. So there isn't one specific one for the right side, one specific one for the left side. Either one you choose can be installed on either side of the print tray. So one at a time, I'll set one of them down. And what I'm gonna do, again, the ModTee is powered off. I'm going to just slide the print tray over like this and tilt it upwards. I'm going to take my Lockbar and slide it underneath the pinion rod like this, tilt it upwards, again, so that the tab at the top of the arm is facing toward the print tray. Now I'm going to slide the legs of the print tray into the channels at the base of the Lockbar, line it up there, and I'm going to push down, but just slightly, not too hard. Now, when I push down there, you saw that the arm of the Lockbar snapped into position at the top of the tray. That's exactly where we want it to be. Now, when I push down, one thing that's very important to remember, we don't want to push down too hard on the print tray, because if you do, it is possible to bend the pinion rods, and we definitely want to avoid that. Now, this other arm, it didn't actually snap quite into position. That's okay. I can just take my fingers and just move it up like that, and it'll snap right into position. All right, so it's time to install the other Lockbar. Now remember, this side is now locked to the pinion rod, so I can't lift the tray up, but that's all right. I'm just gonna slide it over to one side and kind of tilt it up like this. Now I'm gonna take my other Lockbar, slide it underneath the pinion rod like this, tilt it upwards so that the tabs are facing the print tray. Slide the legs of the print tray into the channel here at the base of the Lockbar. Push down slightly just to get it into position. And then use my fingers here to snap the Lockbars all the way into position at the top of the tray, just like that. So now the Lockbars have been installed. Next thing to do is to slide the print surface plate back into position on the tray. So I'm gonna take my plate here, line up the grooves here at the side of the print tray or print surface with the holes in the print tray, and just kind of slide it forward like that. And there we go, our Lockbars have been installed and the print surface is back on the print tray. Now there's one last thing we want to do, is we want to make sure that the tray is sitting squarely on the pinion rods. And again, the ModTee is powered off, and so what we can do is we can just kind of slide it around here. Sometimes when we install the Lockbars, you know, the tray has a possibility of becoming kind of askew like this, and that's not gonna work very well when we go to print. So we just kind of want to look down over the top of the print tray and just kind of move it slightly, may take a little bit of effort, but just try to line it up as straight as you can. One little trick that I often find, if your print tray is askew like this, is just to slide it all the way into one side of the build tray area and then into the corner like this, and just kind of work with it until we get them nice and square on the pinion rods. Again, the power is off, so now I can just use my hand and kind of slide it around a bit. There we go, nice and square. So we're all done. We've installed the lock bars onto our print tray and we're ready to print. So that's really all there is to it. If you have any additional questions about the process of installing the lock bars, feel free to send us an email. The email address is hello@newmatter.com. Also, if anything happens to your lock bars, if they become damaged or lost, you can visit our website www.newmatter.com/lockbars. And there you can find a downloadable 3D printable version of the lock bars that you can make at home, and they work just as well as the ones that come in the packaging. So thanks again for watching this video. Thank you for choosing New Matter and the Mod T, and enjoy.